Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex, and if you love this content, if you love this channel, if you want to support the channel, if you want to support the content, please like, please share, please comment, please subscribe. That really inspires me to keep creating. It lets me know that you guys like this content, and yeah, just supports the channel. Love Island USA. We're on episode 13, and baby, how did I know? Rob, Leah, I don't know who's spinning the block, but one of them is spinning the block. Let's get into it. So we start off with the aftermath of that chaotic dumping.
If it had to be, I would have chose me too. It's all good.
I'm so sorry.
Like I know you guys don't want me here. No, it's not that.
I feel like we should go to out, please. What?
Where I'm just being honest, the boys, particularly Aaron, was doing a little bit too much. So we see Janae talking, and Janae is crying, understandably so, because she realizes that the guys were talking about her. The guys were implying that why should she stay because she has no connection. And the guys, like I said, especially Aaron, baby, he had a little too much vitriol for me. That was too much. I did not like it. So Rob is contemplating leaving. Remember, Rob storms up and he goes, I'm leaving too. Y'all just got out 3 or what.
And you know what they've ever had? Like, there's no rationale whatsoever. Like, I didn't want to say Janae had to leave, but with all due respect, she's had 2 relationships. It's not worked out for her. That is literally it. It's Love Island. It's not fucking Friendship Island. We're not here to keep fucking friends in.
Whatever he said. And I put in my notes, why is Aaron so distraught? He cares more than Rob does, which he does. So we see this all deliberation. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't believe that Rob was ever gonna leave, because I think if he was gonna leave, they would have just showed it in last episode. But I think the guys are hypocrites. I think the guys are absolute hypocrites, talking about the girls just left Janae in, she doesn't have any match. It's like, you guys are so upset because your friend is getting out. You know, I really think there's something to be said for the fact that people want to play this game like this is solely a game about strong couples. In Love Island, friendship has always come into play. It is a social game. It's a social game as well. Yes, ultimately, the task at hand is to find a couple, find love, win the game for being in a strong couple. But at the end of the day, there is also a social aspect. It has very rarely been the case when a new bombshell that has not made relationships with anybody, that is in a pretty controversial pairing, made it over one of the OG girls. Janae is an OG girl. There's no way that they were going to take Janae out and keep Andrea, especially when their pairing, Andrea and Rob, ruffled the feathers of an OG girl, Leah. It doesn't happen. I think as a bombshell, if you come in and you stay over an OG girl, it takes a lot. So I don't know why the guys are playing this game when, as I said, they also kept their friend in. Y'all, why did y'all take out Kendall? Kendall has had no matches, and don't tell me Kendall's with Nicole, because Nicole likes Miguel. Nicole doesn't even like Kendall. I'm just saying, you guys also kept your friend in. And at the end of the day, the OGs always exceed the bombshells. I feel like it's so rare that it goes the other way. So, Rob and Andrea, sit down.
I want to be with you. I want to. I feel bad. I want to be selfish. Like, it's just so fucked because I found something like, okay, like, no.
And Rob basically off the gate says, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, oh, not Rob asking her. And of course, Andrea's like, look, like, as much as I want you to leave, I really want you to stay. I don't want you to regret your decision. You know, she's like, I don't want to make the decision for you. And Rob says, he starts to say, I love you, which is crazy. I'm like, you've known this girl for 4 days talking about some I love you. I don't know. You know, they go back and forth about it, and ultimately he does say that he will see how he feels about her while staying, because he would regret leaving if he left. And I'm like, he's like, if it's so horrible when I stay, I'll still leave to be with you. And I'm like, that's just BS. I felt kind of bad for Andrea because Rob did the most, making it seem like he was gonna leave, yelling at the girl, you know, and getting Aaron up, yelling at the girls and everything. And I'm like, just for him to say, I'm staying. Like, you guys did all of that just for Rob to stay in the villa, because at the end of the day, it's all an act. It's all an act. So Andrea ends up walking into the girls' dressing room, and she starts sobbing as the girls are explaining their decision to Nicole. Andrea starts sobbing, and no one pays attention to her. And I feel bad, but I was like, I don't feel bad for this girl. Like, I'm really sorry. I don't think Andrea, for the record, is a horrible person. I will say that. I don't think she deserves the hate that she's getting on her social media. But I do think that in this game, the OG girls are always a tight-knit group. And so therefore, if you come in as a bombshell and you're acting rude, you're not really making relationships with anybody, you're not really talking to anybody, it's really hard for the bombshells coming in. And yeah, I think Nicole made a very fair point where she said Rob yelled at all of the women and did the most, Rob and Aaron, just for Rob to stay in the villa and not even leave with Andrea. And I think that is a very good point. Like, y'all put on these whole theatrics and whole spectacle just for him to still stay. So Nicole and Kendall also have a conversation.
I told Liv, and Liv told the girls. It was one of the reasons they kept me, because they feel like I'm being honest with myself and giving this all a fair chance, even though it makes me sick to my stomach, trying to talk to both of you. But when we talked, he kissed me. And it doesn't change how I feel about you.
Why, baby, why?
You remember, prior to the recoupling, Nicole and Miguel actually kissed, and Kendall doesn't know. So at this point, Nicole reveals that she kissed Miguel, and Kendall is hurt. And I feel bad for Kendall. I really do. I feel like Kendall is always getting the short end of the stick in this villa, but I think, unfortunately, he has a very comedic personality, which I don't necessarily think is always super attractive to the women. She does try to give this whole speech about how it doesn't change the way she feels about him. You know, she still wants to get to know him, but you could clearly tell that Kendall's kind of dissociating. He's just like, I don't really like it. And then Miguel also has the conversation with Liv, and he's basically telling Liv, like, I want to get to know Nicole, you know, I still like you. And Liv's like, you don't have to ask my permission. Like, we're not in a relationship like that. Like, go ahead. And Miguel's like, no, it's not about asking permission. It's just about, like, letting you know. So Kaylor and Aaron also chat, and Kaylor and Aaron is still pissed. Aaron is still trying to talk with Kaylor, talking about how it was wrong to take out Andrea. He's still upset. And Kaylor's like, look, the girls had to make a really strong decision. The girls had to make a really tough decision. You didn't have to make that decision. You know, y'all's decision was easy. And like I said, Aaron, calm the F down. Like, I'm sorry, but Aaron did too much for me. I'm sorry, but Aaron did a little bit too much for me. Okay, I'm not gonna be writing a whole think piece like they did on Reddit about him being potentially, you know, but I'm just saying Aaron did too much for me. And I don't want to hear that he was like that on the Traders UK, because I didn't watch it. But like I said, he did absolutely too much. And I feel like he was really, really, really getting riled up. Like, Andrea was his couple. And it's like, you're not with Andrea. Like, I don't know. If I was Kaylor, I would have definitely been sitting there like, like, why is he doing so much? Like, for someone who's not his pairing. But Aaron does eventually go to the girls' dressing room and apologize for yelling. And I think Janae speaks up and is like, but I hope you can like understand why the girls made the decision that they made. So the next morning, the girls are talking about, again, how Rob made it seem like he was going to leave with Andrea, and he didn't. He really got her hopes up. He really made it seem like he was going to be with her just to actually not leave. And I agree. I'm sorry, but I agree. I think Rob did too much. I think he did too much. And then Nicole starts crying, saying that Andrea should be there, you know, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, girl, like, why? Why does everybody, like, I don't know. Like, I just think, I don't know. Like, I'm also just not buying that Rob and Andrea had such a strong relationship, because I feel like the only time we saw them talking was Rob discussing his problem. Like, it seemed like a very sexual relationship, but I didn't get, this is deep, we're so close, we have deep conversations. I just didn't get that from them. Maybe I was watching a different show or something, but I just did not get that. So Nicole's also upset because Kendall is upset at her after the kiss. She says that he didn't talk to her at all last night in bed. They just kind of did their own separate thing. And she says she still likes him. And it's like, girl, but I don't know, like, I never understand when the girls on this show, or people in general, don't understand that your actions have consequences. Like, you're with Kendall, and you know Kendall's had a rough ride, and then you went ahead and you kissed Miguel, and now you're crying because you still like Kendall. I just don't really get it. So Kendall's, you know, very upset. He's with the guys talking about how he has a clown nose on because he couldn't be more different than Miguel.
Like, I couldn't be more different than this guy, man. I just feel like I got a clown nose on. Whatever, y'all.
You don't have a clown nose on your nose, bro.
I don't think anybody in here thinks you have a
You have your nose.
Miguel's like doing like he's walking on his hands and stuff. He's taking it really hard, and I hope Kendall doesn't go down the path of self-deprecation, because I just think that makes it even less attractive to the women. I think women obviously don't like to hear a man like just being self-deprecating. So, you know, the guys are like, no, like, you're your own person. Like, don't worry about Miguel. Like, he's him, you're you. And I agree. I want Kendall to keep his head in the game. Leah is talking about Rob in her confessional, and she says that she is upset, that would have been upset if Rob left, and now she's starting to feel like she wants a do-over. Baby, those two are about to spin the block. So Connor and Leah do have a chat as well. And Connor, at this point, basically just wants clarity on the girl's decision.
Yeah, I do. I don't think that you're like
an
diabolical.
An evil mastermind plotting to get Rob back into my arms by ripping him away from his one true love. That's gonna send him straight back to me. Like, this is fucking insane. Just makes me so...
So Leah, you know Leah talks a lot, but basically the gist of what she said is that Janae never got a chance. She's tried, but things never worked out for her, whereas Andrea was in a closed-off pairing, and the girls felt that the point is to find someone there. So if new bombshells came in, or if anyone else came in, it seemed like Andrea was closed off and wouldn't embrace that experience, and Janae would instead. And Connor's like, oh, okay, like, that makes sense. But Connor basically kind of implies that the guys feel that Leah and Liv plotted to get Andrea out because they don't like Rob. So Serena and Leah have a talk right after this. She posts Serena and she's like, tell me why the guys believe that. And then they go and confront the other guys. And Kendall's like, I don't know who was talking like that, but it sure as hell wasn't me. And I'm like, it was definitely like, I think Connor just made that joint up. I think Connor's just a little salty because he sees that Rob and Leah are talking again. So I feel like Connor made that joint up. It was probably Connor and Aaron and Rob, for real, that thought that. But Yeah, Kendall's like, I don't talk like that, so I don't know who said that, but it wasn't me. So we get to nighttime. Rob and Janae actually, sit down and they discuss the decision overall. Rob's like, give me a hug, to Janae. He doesn't seem hostile, which is good. But Janae does ask Rob, why did you choose to stay? And Rob says, same kind of thing, that he would have walked away with regrets had he left that night with Andrea. He says he really likes Leah and still feels that she has something going on there. And Janae is trying to kind of finagle it in to get those two back together. And I'm like, I can't help but wonder if Janae is doing this because she wants to try to get Connor back. I hope not, because it's very clear that, baby, you're not Connor's type. Connor has not looked back at you since Leah was available. But she is really trying to tell Rob that the girls see him and Leah as a strong connection, that they see the possibility of them two. And I was like, girl, is Janae being a mastermind right now? But Rob does say in his confessional that he is not currently open to Leah as an option. He says he's open to other women, but he just doesn't, at the moment, he's not open to Leah. So Kendall and Nicole finally, talk after everything. And he tells her he's been sad about everything going on, but she says, look, like, this hasn't changed anything for me. I still like you. I still want to get to know you, but I also want to get to know Miguel. They, at the end, decide they will still talk. But again, I think Kendall has the type of personality where he falls back once he realizes he's not in the forefront. And that's fine. And I understand that. Serena and Cordell, baby, I don't know if these two are for real. Like, I still have such a hard time believing it. Like, yes, people can become unicked, and someone actually gave a really good take on Reddit that they felt that Serena always liked Cordell, but because she's insecure, she felt that Cordell was going to use her until his real type came in, so she shut it down first. And I can definitely see that being a possibility. I feel like at this point, at least with the scenes we've seen of them, it just seems very unlikely that Serena's faking. I think that would be nuts. But we have seen crazier things on this show, I feel like. But I don't know, it just seems weird. Like, they're cuddling, they're making out, they're laughing. The banter is good. I mean, I like these two. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm being misted by Serena, but I do like these two. So we're gonna see how it goes. And Aaron is still talking about this. He tells Kaylor again that Leah did this on purpose, getting out Andrea. Leah did all of this masterminding on purpose to get out Andrea. And I'm like, Aaron, let it go. Like, if I was Kaylor, I'd be like, why are you so pressed? Like, this is not your pairing. This is not your couple. And Rob stayed. Your boy stayed. Pair up with Rob if you like him so much. Like, child. So, Leah and Rob.
Like vendetta, like, type thing.
No, from the bottom of my heart, like, I don't want you to think, like, I hate you or anything of the sort. Like, I don't hate you. I don't know if that's, like, apparent or not.
I don't think you do. I don't think anyone does.
I think, like, it's easy for people to, like, put the blame of, like, oh, fuck, like, Leah wanted, like a master plan of, like, Leah wanted Rob,
No
like,
one said
all
that
to
to me at
herself.
all.
Like, if you're happy, like, I felt like I'm happy. Like, even if it wasn't with me, I think you were probably just, like, attacked.
Leah, talks. She starts talking. She word vomits. So she says that she took the back seat in the decision with the girls. She says that, she didn't want to be so forward about what to do. And then she starts to imply that she's not happy with Connor. And Rob is like, oh, so you're not happy with Connor? And Leah's like, I am, but... And these two start talking and they're not saying anything. They just look at each other. But she does tell Rob like she still cares about him. And it seems like it is starting to build up that these two are possibly going to spin the block on one another. You know, it seems possible that they're going to get back together. Aaron and Connor have a conversation, and obviously Connor sees Rob and Leah talking up at the top, and Connor says he's not surprised, you know, he's kind of given up, and it's like, get Connor out. I want Connor to leave, if I'm being honest. Connor was a little too sassy and zesty for me, and I didn't like how he treated Janae, so get Connor out. And Rob and Leah, they're looking at each other, they're staring at each other, and they're both like, what? What? And the episode cuts off there. However, we see in the preview, baby, we getting three new bombshells.
To the villa, the girls are gonna be dripping. Out of 10, I'm a 10. I'm everything.
For a trio.
When I get into the villa, I'm going straight for Rob. He's so sexy. You know what they say, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Of bombshells. My baby got cold black heart.
There's a lot of boys in there. They don't have a man in there. So when I walk in that villa, the boys are gonna feel like they're back in gym class because they're gonna be sweating.
We are getting 3 new bombshells. And one of the bombshells says she likes Rob. Whew, girl, we gonna see what happens. We gonna see what happens. The show is crazy. Anyways, if you love this content, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell button so you will absolutely know when these recaps come out. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna see today how I feel, but I might not do the UK recaps anymore, or I might pick back up on the UK recaps if the show gets really good, because with these US recaps, it's every day basically. So we'll see. I might do a UK recap tomorrow, but I'm just being honest, US is so good and UK is getting kind of stale, okay? But please know these US recaps, they will be on time. They will be here. So thank you guys for bearing with me when I was on vacation. And as I said, if you like the content, please hit the subscribe, hit the like, comment, let me know. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.